focused, right? I'm looking at them. I have pretty good mind focus. I'm listening. But the whole time in class, I'm like, was I really staying still?
No, sir.
Everyone say no, sir.
No, sir.
Of course not. I wasn't staying still. You got to focus your body. You got to stay nice and relaxed. Stay nice and still. So now, one more time, everyone say focus my eyes.
Focus my eyes.
Focus your eyes so you make sure you're looking at your teacher. Focus my mind.
Focus my mind.
You got to be able to listen, and everyone make some muscles and say focus my body.
Focus my body.
You got to focus your eyes, your mind, and your body. Now, you know your teachers in school, yes, we call them teachers, but you guys have plenty of teachers. Here at karate, you have us instructors. We're your karate teachers, right? We're teachers too. When you guys are playing other sports, oh man, walking right in my vision. Look at that.
Sorry about that.
That's perfectly okay. So you guys have teachers, you know, playing other sports, and of course, the most obvious one, your moms and dads are your teachers. Even though you don't call them teacher, right? You call them mom or dad, right? They're your teachers too. From the second you guys are born, they help you out. They teach you good values. They help you out with different things. They're your teachers as well. So I want you guys to look at whoever brought you today, and I want you guys to say thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you guys gotta say it like you mean it. Everyone say thank you.
Thank you.
So that means, yes, in school you have to focus your eyes and watch your teacher, focus your mind and listen to them, focus your body and stay nice and still. Same thing at home. Gotta focus on your moms and dads. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
That sounds great. The next thing is, I believe it says, don't get caught in, I think, right? You know, it's funny, I have my own little cheat sheet here. Nice little.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. So, the next thing I want you guys to write down is don't get caught in the trap. T-H-E and then T-R-A-P, the trap. Don't get caught in the trap. After you guys write it, just look up, write it next. I know you know. So pretty much what that means, guys, is everyone, you know, or I'm sorry, no one really says, oh, I want to be dumb and I want everyone to be smarter than me. No one really says that, right? But if you say to yourself, or you tell your mom or dad, or tell anyone else, I don't want to go to school. School is boring. I hate school. That is the same thing as saying, I want to be dumb. I don't want to be as smart as everyone else. I want everyone else to be smarter than me. So that's a little bit of a trap, guys. Even though you might not be thinking it that way, now you do. So from now on, if your mom or dad, you know, wake you up early, oh, it's time to go to school. You know, if you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go to school, I hate school. Boom. You have kind of a negative attitude there, guys. Not so good. You got to make sure you turn that into a positive attitude. And you don't want to get caught in that trap. Saying something, you know, even though you might not think about it at first, but now I want you to recall, has there been a time that you said, I hate school, I don't want to go? Probably. Everyone has done it, right? That's just pretty much saying you don't want to be as smart as everyone else, which is obviously very, very unacceptable for you guys. The next one, I believe it says the most important A. The most important A you guys will ever have is your attitude. Everyone write attitude. A-T-T-I-T-U-D-E. The most important A you guys will ever have is your attitude. Guys, attitude means, you know, how hard you're going to try. Do you have a, you know, good positive attitude? Like, all right, I'm going to school today. I want to do well. Good positive attitude, you're going to do well. If you have a negative attitude, like, again, I don't like school, I hate school, I don't want to do it well, you're never going to, you know, be successful. And not just not in school, but same thing at karate and any other sports, even with your friends. You want to have a lot of friends if you know you're always having a negative attitude. So the most important A, I'm going to ask you guys this again at the end, is your attitude. What's the most important A? Attitude. Exactly. Now, you guys can try your best all the time, right? Do your best every single day, no matter what you're working on. You're not going to be the best at every single thing. There's going to be some things that might be a little tougher for you. In school, it could be a certain subject. It could be math, it could be science, something specific like that. Might not be your strong suit, but you got to try, you got to have a positive attitude about it. If you think about getting good grades directly, guys, like that's all you're in your mindset. I want good grades, I want good grades. Yes, that's a great thing to think about. However, I want you to think of ways to get good grades, which we're going to talk about here in a minute. I want you guys to think about getting smarter. Instead of like, oh, I want to get an A, think about, well, instead of getting an A on this math test, I want to get smarter. What's on my math test? Okay, multiplication, division, fractions, all that stuff. All right, well, I want to learn that. I want to get smarter. So, if you think to yourself, oh, I want to get smarter, the good grades will automatically come. I want you guys to think about it as like a ladder. You know how you guys climb up on a ladder? At the top of the ladder, guys, it's called the ladder of knowledge, is how smart you want to be. It could be in a specific subject, it could be in school. At the top of the ladder is how smart you want to be. Every time you guys go to class and you focus, you have that great eye focus, mind focus, body focus. Every time you focus and you go to class, you take one step up that ladder, one step closer to meeting that goal, being as smart as you possibly can be. So think about that way. Every time you step foot in that classroom door, boom, I step foot in there, I'm ready to be smart. Every time you go to class, you want to take one step up the ladder. You guys, you know, we talked about, again, you have a great attitude, right? You have to have a champion attitude. Here at Action, we call it black belt excellence. Everyone say black belt excellence.
Black belt excellence.
Here's what we're going to try. This time, instead of me just asking you guys to repeat it, I'm going to ask you guys, what's our goal? And when I say that, I want you guys to put your hands right behind your back, just like this, looking nice and confident, and say black belt excellence. So what's our goal?
Black belt excellence.
Guys, black belt excellence, you know, black belt is like right up here, where that's all your kicks and punches, your blocks, all your katas, and that's awesome, that's here. Black belt excellence means having that good attitude, that positive attitude, that champion attitude. And that's one level above. That means you're doing your best everywhere. Here at karate, every time you bow in the door, boom, I'm ready to do my best. When you walk in the door at school, I'm ready to learn. When you walk home, I'm ready to be, ready to help out my mom and dad, be a good brother or sister. Everywhere. So having great black belt excellence is not only doing well at school or just at home, just karate, it's doing well everywhere. So you have to try your best. Everyone say try your best.
Try your best.
You gotta try your best. If you're, again, when Mr. Jack was up here, he's just kind of doing his kicks. If he's like this the whole time in class, right? No way is he gonna be, have great front kicks or even any of his kicks. He's gotta make sure every time, bang, he's trying every single time. He's trying his best. So everyone say, try your best.
Try your best.
And then each time, you're in class, whether it's, again, you're karate or school, you always got to be getting a little bit better. So that means for karate, if you're doing your kicks here and you have great snap, great power, maybe next time maybe a little higher. The next class, maybe a little higher. You're always trying to get a little bit better. Same thing in school, a little bit better. Instead of trying to jump from maybe like a C all the way to an A+, work your way up there. Maybe go from a C to a B and then an A-, then an A+. Gotta work your way up. Always getting a little bit better. So everyone say, try your best.
Try your best.
Always getting better.
Always getting better.
And this part is one of the most important things, guys. Everyone say, have fun.
Have fun.
You guys gotta have fun doing it. Now, obviously I know like studying and doing that stuff might not be the most fun thing. What do you have to do? You have to find an appropriate way to make it fun. How? And I'll give you guys some examples later on when we talk about some homework stuff. But when we talk about karate, how do you make it fun? All right, well, when I go home, if Mr. Brenner, Mr. Minetti, Mr. Dudek, Miss Alicia ask you to practice, again, your front kicks at home. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm doing like 50 front kicks. It might not be the most fun. Boom, have your mom and dad hold a target or like a magazine or a piece of paper. Boom, you gotta hit it. See how many front kicks you can do in like a minute. See how high you can kick. And then maybe, you go to karate the next day. The following day, do the same thing. See if you can kick a little bit higher. See if you can do more front kicks in a minute. You gotta find, an appropriate way to make it fun. So, you guys have to always try your best, have a great attitude. So everyone say, try your best.
Try your best.
Always getting better.
Always getting better.
And have fun.
And have fun.
So, what's the most important A you guys will ever get? Your attitude. Perfect. Nice. All right there. Everyone give her 2 claps. Attitude, the most important A you guys are going to get. Now, we're going to move on to the 3 ingredients you guys need to get good grades, to be successful. I believe that's the next thing on your paper. The first ingredient, kind of big words, guys. It's hard for me to say sometimes. You guys are going to write improve, I-M-P-R-O-V-E. P-R-O-V-E. Improve. Next thing you're going to write is learning. L-E-A-R-N-I-N-G, I think. Make it shorter. Skills. S-K-I-L-L-S. So the first ingredient is you have to improve your learning skills. If you guys can learn, you can become not a little bit smarter, you can become way smarter. The more you learn, the smarter you get. So you have to improve your learning skills. You guys, I want you guys to tell your teacher, okay, you know, in math, I really want to receive a B, and then by the end of the year, I want to receive an A. Tell your mom and dads the same thing. That's going to be what I want you guys to, do when you guys go home tonight, go to school. Then tomorrow's Friday, so do it before the weekend. Tell your teacher what kind of grades you want to get. By you telling them, it shows them that you want to learn, and they'll definitely want to help you even more. They would help you out anyway, of course. Your mom and dad will help you anyway. Your teachers will help you anyway. But showing that you want to give a little bit extra effort and telling them your goal, they're going to want to help you out a little bit more. So you got to tell someone. And if there's a subject that you're maybe not doing so well, and again, math, science, anything, ask the teacher, why am I not, doing so well? Maybe it's because, your homework hasn't been so great. You've been forgetting your homework, forgetting to do it, doing it incorrectly. Maybe, you don't have one of those focus ideas that we talked about earlier. Maybe instead of looking, you're looking away, you're not listening, or you're always moving around, you're really fidgeting. You gotta, ask your teacher, if you're not doing so well, you got to find out why. Finally, you guys got to take good notes. If your teacher's talking about something, giving you guys important dates or people or math question, you guys got to take good notes. If you're sitting there and your teacher, you're talking about maybe like history, and you're the first president of the United States. Does anyone know who that is? Oh, that's awesome. Hands, guys. Allie? George Washington, correct. So, instead of your teacher's talking to you, right, you're sitting down, you're at your desk, you're just like this, right? And your teacher just says George Washington to you, the first president of the United States, and you're just like, okay, George Washington. All right, what's next? This date, this person. Then when you go back to study and you look at your notes, you're like, who is George Washington? What is that date for? You have no idea. Why? Because you're not really taking good notes. You got to focus on that. How? When you guys are doing it, write down what the teacher says. You can underline keywords or highlight them. Take your pen and, again, if you write George Washington, the first president of the United States, underline George Washington. So when you guys go back, oh, there's a keyword. There's an important name I have to remember. You guys got to take good notes. Underlining specific things, highlighting specific things. You guys got to listen and focus right on your teacher. So that's another way to improve your learning skills. You have to sit in the front of the class. Now I know some of you guys, your teacher assigns you seats. We know, which is okay, you can't do anything about that. But if you guys, are lucky enough to pick your seats or where you want to sit, if I'm all the way in the back here, some of you guys can't even see me now, right? So just imagine you're all the way back here, right? And you guys are the teacher, and I'm back here, and I'm looking at the whole class. And I'm like, yeah, I got all these distractions in front of me. I'm looking at everyone, see everyone. That's not so great. Sit up in the, the front of the class, guys. You're able to focus on your teacher a lot easier. All those distractions are behind you. And of course, if you're sitting next to the person that's always kind of getting in trouble, even if it's your friend, if you're sitting next to that person, that'll be a little bit of a distraction. What's going to happen? They might talk to you. Here's what always happens. Your teacher's writing on a chalkboard. Your friend's talking to you. As soon as you go to talk to them back, it just so happens your teacher turns around and they say you talking. Who's the one who, kind of gets in trouble? You, right? And you're like, what? Even if you're trying to tell them, listen, I want to, focus on class. It doesn't matter. Your teacher sees you talking, unfortunately you're the one who, might get in a little bit of trouble. So what you got to do is just ignore you. I want you guys to make sure you sit in the front of the class. And, if there's people around you, even if, like I said, they're friends, you just got to ignore them. So, you got to, tell your mom and dad, tell your teacher what grades you want to get. Find out why you might not be getting those grades. Take good notes and sit in, the front of class. That's how you're going to learn better. That is how you're going to improve your learning skills. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir!
The next thing I want you guys to write is in number 2 spot is, again, the word improve. I-M-P-R-O-V-E. P-R-O-V-E, improve. Testing skills. Testing skills. T-E-S-T-I-N-G, and then the word skills. S-K-I-L-L-S. Number 2 is improve your testing skills. Well, then how do you do that? Obviously, everyone's going to say study, right? Exactly. We'll get to that in a second. The first thing you guys got to do is that morning of your test, it should be every morning, but especially the morning of your test, you guys got to have a good breakfast. Most important thing, you guys wake up, if you don't eat anything, or you eat, something maybe not so good for you, what's going to happen? You're not going to be as focused. You might be a little more tired, a little more lazy. Got to have a good breakfast in the morning. Secondly, got to have a good positive attitude when you wake up, right? And if you're not, for whatever reason, say the night before, maybe your mom and dad, said you couldn't watch any more TV, and you were really mad, and you stopped, you went right up to bed, and you kind of went to bed, kind of mean, kind of angry, right? And then next morning you wake up, and you're not, that great of an attitude. Well, you got to turn that right around. You guys got to find a way to get into a good positive attitude. How? Maybe have something different for breakfast, something that's so healthy for you, but it's in the same old thing, eat something different. Or, maybe call one of your friends right before school. You guys want to meet a good, positive attitude. So that's the first way you can improve your testing skills. Second, what was that word I said a few minutes ago? It begins with an S, rhymes with buddy. Oh, man. Go for it. What is it? Skills, but what's the word I'm looking for? Another S. Now, you didn't write it down. It rhymes with buddy. You have to what? Study. Everyone say study. Study. You gotta study. You gotta study. Here you go. Ready? Boom. Oh, look at that. Perfect. So you guys got to study. How? There's many ways you guys can study. First way, obviously reading your notes. You can always read your notes. Like right in front of you guys, these could be your notes. You could be reading them right away. Easy, easy, easy. You guys can make index cards, maybe for vocabulary words or math problems. Make index cards. Write them out. Your mom and dad can help you out with that. Write the question on the front, answer on the back. You can go through, look at the question, and say, okay, who was the first president of the United States? I think it was George Washington. You flip it over. Oh, you're right. If you're not right, no big deal. You look over. Okay, you put that in a pile maybe that you're not 100% sure of. You got to study. Another way is saying your stuff out loud. You can read it out loud to yourself or to your moms and dads. And I'm not kidding when I tell you guys this. Last night, exactly what I'm doing with you guys right now, I read it out loud right to my mom and dad. They were sitting down, and I was just like, okay, you know what, I got some time, I got to look this over. Instead of just studying it, I read it out loud to them, exactly how I did it today. What did that do? Gave me a little more confidence. Boom, I came right in, no problem to do it at all, because I said it out loud. So you guys can read your notes, make it a little more fun. Make index cards, something like that. You guys can read it out loud to yourself, or even to your moms and dads. But you guys got to study. And it's not studying one time. You guys got to study over and over and over again. So if you're sitting there, you're like, all right, my test is on Friday, and it's Tuesday, right? I'm like, all right, I'm studying my notes. I read them over. I even read them out loud. I did all this stuff. Awesome. I'm ready for my test Friday. Guaranteed the next day, guys, you're like, I don't remember that. I don't remember that either. No, yeah, I kind of remember that. No way. You guys got a good repetition. Everyone say repeat. Repeat. Say it like you mean it. Everyone say repeat.
Repeat.
You guys got to have good repetition. You got to constantly go over your stuff. So every day when you guys go home, maybe when you're doing your homework and as you're doing it, boom, go over your notes. The next day, say you do that Monday, Tuesday, you go over Tuesday notes. And real quick, Mondays. On Wednesday, you go over Wednesday's notes, and then Tuesday's notes, and then Monday's notes. Boom, by the end of the week when you have that test Friday, no problem. You gotta repeat it, you gotta repeat it. While you're studying, you guys are allowed to take a break. Now, do I mean a break for like 2 hours, go watch TV and go play? No, not necessarily. Just real quick, 5-minute break. I know you guys want to do that, but any longer than 5 minutes, guys, you lose your concentration, you lose your focus. So that means I'm studying, say you're studying for like an hour and you're really focused and you're doing an awesome job. Then, you go for another half hour, you go and watch TV. When you come back, you're like, oh my gosh, I kind of, remember what I was learning. So that means that half hour or the hour studying you just did, it just floated right away. It's like you never did it. So like 5 minutes or less, which means, you guys are going to grab a snack, do some karate stuff, do some push-ups, do some working out stuff. In 5 minutes, you can do a lot. really, really quick, but just 5-minute break. Then, this is pretty cool because your mom and dads can really help you out with this. You have to do a pretend test. Everyone say pretend test.
Pretend
And
test.
that could mean anything. That could mean your mom and dad looking at your notes, quizzing you. That could mean you doing your index cards. Say, you know, your brother or sister, even like maybe call one of your friends over and before you guys start playing, you're in the same class, have your mom and dad sit there and then, you know, ask you guys questions. The first one to answer it, boom, gets a point. Maybe have a prize. You guys have to do a pretend test to get you ready for it. Then, you know, every single question you might not get right, perfectly okay, but you guys have to master those mistakes. Everyone say master the mistakes.
Master the mistake.
You guys got to
Yeah,
master all of those mistakes. So that means, say there's a couple math problems you're not sure of or some science things you're not sure of, right? While you're doing your pretend test, ask your mom and dad to make a little mark next to it or put those cards to the side. And what happens? When you're done your pretend test, you go back and you have to look at the ones you weren't sure of. You have to master your mistakes. To give you guys a little personal experience about that, when you guys go to the karate tournaments, you know, when I first started going to the tournaments and I was a white or yellow belt, right? It was, you know, it wasn't as easy. I didn't know what to expect. Even the second or third time, you don't know what to expect. Then say you don't get first place. Perfectly okay. I was okay with it. But I always went up to the judges. I always went up to people who did get first place. I asked them, what can I do to get better? Or I asked the students, what did you do to practice? And you know, they told me, oh, I made sure I was really loud. I was like, oh, okay, gotta make sure I'm that. Make sure my kicks, you know, are in good form. I can't just swing. I got a good form with my kicks. Okay, good form. They gave me all of these things, and then I went back and I was like, okay, well, I made a mistake there. My kicks weren't as great, or it wasn't as loud. Boom, I mastered those mistakes, and what happened? I wound up beating Mr. Dudek in every single tournament. Oh, sorry, Mr. Dudek. I know it's funny. That's not even my joke. My joke's coming later. I had to use Mr. Dudek as one, guys. I had to get it there. But so you guys got to master your mistakes, and that's at school. That's at, you know, again, here karate, got to master your mistakes. Finally, if you guys need help with something, you guys got to ask for it. You guys got to get extra help. If you need it, sometimes you might be like, you know what, I'm good. I feel comfortable. I feel confident. You might not need any help. But if you guys need some extra help, you got to ask for it. So that morning of the test, you guys got to eat well, have a good attitude. You guys got to study. We gave you guys different ways to do that. You got to repeat it over and over. Take a break, just like 5 minutes, right? Do a pretend test. Any of the mistakes you make, you got to master them. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
And finally, number 3, guys, is again the word improve. Your favorite thing in the world, your homework skills. Oh man, homework. So you guys got it. Number 3 is improve homework skills. IMPROVE, and then skills. SKILLS. Improve those homework skills. Now, how do you do that? You're like, oh my gosh, I have so much homework to do tonight. Yeah, that can happen. It happens to everyone. You have a lot of things going on, especially you guys have exams or tests going up. You guys have you know, might have a lot of homework. How? First thing is you do, you have to plan your homework. Very important. Have a start time, have an end time. What does that mean? Well, maybe you guys get home at school at like 3 o'clock. And, you know, say, you know what? From at 3:15, I'm going to start my homework. I have to leave at karate. I got to leave to go to karate at 5:30. So by then, I want to be done my homework. You got to plan it out. Now, if you say, you know what, I'm going to do my homework later on, maybe like 8 o'clock tonight. First of all, your mom and dad are not going to like that very much because that means, you know, they have to stay up and help you guys, right, a little bit, which you'll be more than welcome to, but at the same time, if you can do a little earlier, do a little bit earlier. You guys, now, what would you rather be doing? You know, thinking to yourself, okay, I'm doing my homework, and then, oh yeah, I'm going to karate tonight. Yes, you're looking forward to that. Or would you rather be at karate and then be like, oh no, I got to go home and do all this homework? Think about it. Well, you know, what would you rather, you know, be thinking about? Do you have a specific time for your homework? Talk to your mom and dads about that too. And they can help you plan some time. You guys have to plan your homework. Have a start time and have an end time. You guys have to, you know, learn how to do, have or gain good time management skills. What does that mean exactly? You know, instead of, you know, watching, you know, a couple hours of TV, maybe watch a half hour of TV. The rest of it, do some homework. If you know you have a project due Friday, don't say Thursday night at 8 o'clock, oh yeah, Mom, I need a poster board, I need some paper, I have to go on a computer, I got to do this research. Oh yeah, I need some glue too, and then I got to make a poster board for tomorrow. Thanks, love you. Not so good. Not so good. You guys got to have good time management skills. Again, to kind of relate it to, for me personally, guys, when, you know, I was going to school, I also had another job, I was, you know, here at karate, people would always ask me, whoa, how are you doing this? I'm going to school during the day, right, karate all night, almost every night, except for Monday nights, and Mr. Miyashaki knows, Monday nights was my only night I was never at karate. Why? Because that was a night I set aside for schoolwork and homework. Only night. Every other night, I wound up being here. So school all day, karate night, you know, doing some landscaping on the weekends, boom. And they're like, how are you doing all this? Why? You have to be able to have good time management. I knew if I had a test on Friday or Thursday, you know, Monday I would start studying for it. And then, you know, Tuesday, there wouldn't be as much studying. I would do a little bit. Wednesday, still not, you know, there wasn't a whole lot. And then Thursday, not a lot of studying. You know, you gotta have good time management. When you guys have the time, gotta get your stuff done. Very, very important. You gotta plan your homework. Then, wherever you do your homework, you have to have an awesome homework area. What does that mean? Does that mean right in front of the TV?
No.
Everyone say no, sir.
No.
Does that mean right, like, in the same room that the rest of your family is, you know, talking the whole time? No. Yeah, you guys gotta find a nice, quiet homework area, a very organized homework area. You guys gotta keep it neat, keep it clean. If I have all my papers all over the place, all my pens all over the place, and then I try to find stuff to study for, you're never gonna find it. You know, you're gonna be, you know, too distracted with trying to find everything. You guys have to have a good homework area. So you gotta plan your homework and have a good homework area. And then going along with planning your time, you gotta plan what homework you have. You guys, a lot of you have a lot of, you know, homework books or a place to write your homework in. You have to plan the homework that you have. All right, I got math problems to do, I got spelling words to study, and I got, you know, some science questions to answer. You have to plan it out. The stuff that might be a little bit harder for you guys, you know, push off maybe to a little bit later, at the end of your homework time. Do the stuff that you know and you can get done really quick. Boom, do that stuff first, get it done and out of the way. So you guys have to plan your work. And then we talked about a few minutes ago, no distractions, which means TV or texting or, you know, your friends calling you or your friends coming over. No distractions. As soon as you're distracted, you lose that focus, you lose that concentration, especially if it's more than 5 minutes, boom. It's like all that studying never happened. No distractions. And just like we talked about with your testing skills, if you're not sure of someone, you have to get some help. If you need help, everyone say get help.
Get help.
If you need some help, it's something you guys gotta ask. You ask your moms and dads, ask your teacher, or there might be someone in your class that's really, really good at math and you know, ask them. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to help you out. Finally, when you're doing homework, you got to go back and check it. Why? Because if you kind of do it real fast, it's not so good. Then all of a sudden, your teacher goes around the market and they're like, oh, that math one, you know, is not right. Oh, that's not that right. It could be really, really simple. You might put down 5 plus 5 is, you know it's 10, but you just might write down 11 for some reason. Who knows? You just might write it down. You know the answer, but maybe you're not as focused and you write down the wrong one. When you go back and check it, you're going through and you're like, wait a second, 5 plus 5, that's 10. Whoops. That, you know, that could have been a point off my homework right there. You have to go back and check it. So you have to plan your homework, have good time management. You guys have to have a good homework area, be organized, no distractions, plan the work that you have, check your work, and if you need help, you have to get it. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So what's the first ingredient you need to improve or to get good grades? What's the first one you guys have written down there? You have? Drop it. What's the first thing that you guys have? Get on. Improve your learning skills. Exactly. Good job. Ready? Boom. Very nice catch. What's something else? Jess? The second thing. Improve your testing skills. Boom. Oh, very nice. Look at that. You intercepted that from your dad. Good job. And someone on the side. The third, Mackenzie? What's the third thing? You have to improve your homework skills. Exactly. You have to, if you improve all those skills, guys, boom, you're done. Finally, the last thing, and this is always the mom's and dad's favorite part. Everyone say fitness.
Fitness.
Everyone say physical fitness.
Physical fitness.
You guys have to, learn how to exercise, eat healthy. And those are the first two things. So, what does it say on your paper? It says you have to, under physical fitness, it says eat, and then there's a line, you have to write healthy on that line. H-E-A-L-T-H-Y. So eat healthy and exercise. Gotta exercise. So eat healthy and exercise. What's up? I'm glad you remember that. Yes, we're going to get to that one as soon as I'm done. So you have to eat healthy, you have to exercise. I know that, again, especially for the moms and dads, going to work, having kids, bringing them to all their extracurricular activities, everything bunched up, you got a lot of family stuff, friends stuff, sometimes it can be a little bit stressful for you guys. And same thing for you guys as students. You might not understand, you might be having some stress on you, but when you have all this homework to do, and then added strike week, and maybe your friends calling you have all this stuff overwhelming you, you might be a little bit stressed out. An awesome way to help relieve that is exercise, working out. Same thing, what I always did. I always went running, always went to the gym. Here at karate, always got a great workout. Got to exercise to kind of release some of that stress. When you guys, so that's exercising. Eating healthy. Eating bad food equals you're getting weaker. Raise your hand if you want to be weaker than everyone else. Right? No, of course not. Raise your hand if you want to be stronger than everyone else. Absolutely, I want to be stronger than everyone else. Definitely. Eating healthy, eating good food means you're getting stronger. Eating kind of bad food for you means your body's not getting strong, it's getting kind of weaker. So now we're going to get to the last thing, which are your 4 levels of fitness. Level 1, I think I wrote the numbers out, right? Level 1 is, next to it, I want you guys to write healthy. Level 1 is healthy, H-E-A-L-T-H-Y, healthy. That means if you exercise 3 days a week, you guys will be pretty healthy, right? Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday, a day on the weekend, exercise. If you exercise every single day, not so good. You want to give yourself a day or two for your rest. Your body needs some rest. But exercising 3 days a week, you'll become healthy. Number 2, level 2. Exercise 4 days a week, you become strong and fast. So that's what you guys can write on there. Everyone write, you can write strong and fast. That's level 2. So again, you exercise 4 days a week, strong and fast. Level 1 is 3 days a week, you become healthy. Level 3 is where you exercise 5 days a week and you become an athlete. 5 days a week is you become an athlete. So level 1 is healthy, that's 3 days a week. Level 2 is you become strong and fast. That is, you exercise 4 days a week. Level 3 is you become an athlete, and that's 5 days a week. Now, level 4, and you're like, wait, you just told me if I exercise 5 days a week? No more than that. Correct. And level 5 or 4 is still if you exercise 5 days a week. Okay? But part of that exercise is karate, guys. You become a machine. You become a machine. So write the word machine down there. M-A-C-H-I-N-E. You become a machine. So 3 days a week, you become healthy. Exercise 4 days a week, you're strong and fast. Exercise 5 days a week, you become an athlete. Exercise 5 days a week, add part of it's karate, you'll be a machine. So ask yourself, what level do you want to be? Do you want to be a level like 1, like Mr. Jackson times? Or level 4 like me? It's up to you guys. Oh, I had to Mr. Jack, got you. I know, I'll come back to 1 later on. I always have to joke with Mr. Jack, guys. Yes, sir. Oh, not yet. So, level 1, healthy. Level 2 is strong and fast. Level 3 is an athlete. Level 4 is being a machine. And I want you guys to close your eyes for a second. picture what level do you want to be at. Same thing for the moms and dads. Do you want to be healthy? Perfect, that's awesome. Do you want to step it up a little bit? Do you want to be healthy and strong and fast? Do you want to be healthy, strong, and fast and become an athlete? Do you want to be healthy, strong, fast, be an athlete, and be a machine? Think about that for a second. I'll give you guys another like 10 seconds. Think about it, think about it. You can open your eyes. So, part of working out is, I'm going to help you guys out a little bit with that. 82% of families that work out together. 82% of families. So again, that's like what I talked about earlier with, people in prison guys. That's like all of you guys working out together. Nothing against you guys over here, I apologize. But 82% of families that work out together achieve their goals or become more successful. That's pretty incredible, guys. That means good family ties. And it can mean eating dinner together, like I said, working out together, of course, going to movies together. Being a great family, being together, you guys can achieve more. Now, when you're thinking, okay, fitness stuff, workout stuff, what does that mean? You guys have to, do your workout routines at home. Sometimes here at karate, we invite all the parents to come out. Or if you're in the adult class, you definitely work out. If you don't think you guys work out, don't tell me, tell Miss Jackie. She'll make sure that gets taken care of right away. I know. But when you have your workout routines, incorporate some karate of it at home. Have, what we talked about earlier with your front kicks, how many can you do in a minute. Then have your mom and dad, the same thing. See how many they can do in a minute. Make it a competition. Also, along with karate, you might want to do, some basic stuff like we do. Instead of, all right, if I say push-ups, you're like, oh my gosh, push-ups. That's, might not be as fun. How can we do that? You can make it a little more fun with the parents and your child. Partner push-ups. Mr. Jack, can I borrow you? Yes, sir. Again. How do you do partner push-ups? A million ways. The first way, and I'll have you practice on this, say I'll go in push-up position. Mr. Jack will kind of kneel in front of me and put his hands up just like this. So, if I'm here and I'm in a push-up position, he kneels in front of me, I'm going to do a push-up, come up, tap his hand, push-up, tap his hand. See how many punches I can get in maybe like a minute. Then you do it for your mom and dad. Or, maybe, I don't have a pillow with me here, but maybe put a pillow in between your head, guys, and both of you guys have to go down together and up together. That's, again, we talked about doing stuff together, that's literally doing stuff together. That's awesome. You have to find a way, to make it more fun. Interact with each other. Push-ups, you want to work out, all the main parts of the muscles in your body, your arms, your chest for your push-ups, your legs, your belly. Right, well, what about for your belly? Okay, you can do sit-ups. Yeah, right, that could be, kind of fun. What's another way to make it fun? I don't know, let me see. Mr. Jack, can you just lay down for me? So guys, you lay straight back, can you just swing your head around this way? And then maybe your mom or dad are kind of stand right over you. You have to hold on to their feet. You swing your legs up. Your mom and dad push them down. Oh, you got to push them down again. His feet never hit the ground. Make it more fun. Do things together. You can also do sit-ups. Just kind of turn face this way. Well, like your mom and dad hold your feet. Your hands are behind your head. Boom. They come all the way up. Just like that. You do a couple just like that. See who could do more. Challenge your mom and dad. Maybe you could do more. Maybe they could do more. Challenge each other. What about for your legs? Okay, well, I want to have really strong legs. Okay, maybe do some squats. So Mr. Jack and I, if he's my dad, right? His hands up. If we both go down squat and we both come up, high 10 each other. Or maybe a squat jump, and while we're in the air, we high 10. So we go down, jump up, bang, just like that. Make it fun for you guys. So here's what we're gonna do. With your child, I'm gonna give everyone maybe like a minute for kind of each exercise, or maybe 90 seconds. I want to move kind of quickly. So first thing I want you guys to practice, one person go in a push-up position, do a push-up. You guys can do it just like the way we did. Hands up, got a punch. How do you want to work on that? You're gonna do that. Then we're gonna work on your stomach and then your legs. So you guys have like 1 minute. Oh, don't forget, make your moms and dads do it too. Don't forget about that.
I have to record this.
Together. Right next to your brother. Come on.
10 more seconds. Make it fun, make it fun. Grab a seat, have your mom and dad hold your feet, start doing sit-ups with them. Make them do some sit-ups. Oh, perfect. Do some squats. Stand in front of each other. Squat down, high 10. Try to go higher than your mom and dad. Just because they're taller doesn't mean they can go higher. Faster. Everyone lock it up. So, now, if you want more specifically, like, okay, well, how many of each do I do? How many repetitions? Maybe, you know, you do so your own little workout. How everyone almost nowadays has one of these. A smartphone or at least a computer at home. If I do it right in front of you guys, if I go to my app store on my phone, boom. I brought it up already. If I go to my app store, there's a million different things on here. There's 221 different options. When I type in workout on my phone, 221 options that come up. I'm sure one of them can work for you guys. An awesome one is the 100 push-up challenge. A lot of the instructors have been working on it, especially for their black belt test, or just in general, just to get in shape. The 100 push-up challenge is awesome. You start off with, however many you can do. I don't care if it's a half a push-up. And you follow this, at the end, you really persevere, you should be able to do 100 good push-ups in a row. But there's a million of them. There's weight ones, how to eat healthy, a million different apps you got, and you have it right on your phone. Really, really, really simple stuff. So, you guys have to have great physical fitness. Everyone say fitness.
Fitness.
So, you have to improve your learning skills, right? You have to improve your homework skills, improve your testing skills. If you follow those 3 steps and having what kind of attitude? A positive. And Hunter, what kind of attitude? I changed it around on you. Do you want to have good man, black belt. Everyone say black belt. The most important A is going to be your attitude. If you have a positive attitude, you'll do well in school. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Now there's a lot of material, I understand. A lot of stuff. If any of the moms and dads have any questions, feel free to come up and ask anytime, even if tomorrow, anytime, ask myself, ask one of the instructors, they can help you out, of course. If you guys have any questions about what we talked about, feel free to ask me. Take these papers home, hang them up on the fridge. If you just crumble them up or, just put them in a drawer, you're never going to see them. It's, you're never going to remember. Hang it up so both the parents and you guys can see it physically, and then everyone as families, you can review it together. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Everyone stand up for me.